Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. We're digging one out from the vault today and we're going to take a look at a comic pack that was released way back in 2010. This comic pack was exclusive to San Diego Comic Con and I believe it was later sold through StarWarsShop.com as well, but it's really hard to get hold of, very difficult to find in stores and, well, practically non-existent in stores. It's really an online kind of thing, and it goes for some really stupid money. You may remember that I did do a review on this pack back in 2010, although I didn't take it out of the packaging, so that's what we're going to do today. But just to refresh your memory, here is the packaging that the pack came in, and it is of course the Visionaries comic pack featuring Darth Maul and Owen Lars. And I just thought that this review was appropriate considering the fact that Darth Maul has made his appearance, or reappearance should I say, in the Clone Wars. So just to give you a look at the two figures that we're going to be taking a look at, there they are. And they just look phenomenal. I don't actually have the comic that is included to hand, so you'll get an idea of some of the artwork from the panel there on the side. It's really cool and a great read, so I'm not going to give any spoilers away. You've got some more artwork down the sides there. Really cool stuff. So I'll post the original review to this one as a video response, so check that out if you want. But now let's take a look at the figures included in the set. Now first off, of course, the main attraction of this pack is Darth Maul himself, and as you can see he does have the quite iconic cybernetic look to him in this instance. Obviously this is based on Darth Maul's reappearance, not in the Clone Wars but in a sort of what if story. It was non-canon at the time. What would have happened if Darth Maul had risen from the dead and come back for revenge against Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we have the elongated horns there. We've also got the cybernetic lower half of the body as well. We also have a new design for the lightsaber, and the figure itself is really well sculpted. If you just move the lightsaber out of the way, you'll get a good look at some of the sculpted detail on the cybernetic legs, which just looks absolutely superb. Obviously got all of Darth Maul's trademark tattoos, although they're not quite as dark as I think they should be. And they've got the very General Grievous-like legs as well. And in terms of articulation, this figure is pretty good. He has a ball-jointed neck, shoulders, elbows and swivel wrists. He has a ball-jointed torso. He has ball-hinged hips, hinged knees and hinged ankles as well. So a very good figure. As I said, very well sculpted as well. And to give you a better look at that, we are again going to do the usual zoom in, so feel free to whack the video up into 1080p high def and you'll get a good look at this figure in some more detail. As I said, the tattoos on the figure probably aren't as prominent as they should be, but it's pretty cool, doesn't take anything away from the figure itself. Just thought you're getting a good look at that. The facial sculpt really does look like a ravaged animal in this figure. Again, you've got some of that cool sculpted detail there on the torso. So very cool figure for the most part, and hopefully Hasbro will go back and give us a Clone Wars version of this guy. So that is Darth Maul. Zoom out. And of course this comic pack also comes with an Owen Lars figure as well, which is of course Luke Skywalker's uncle, who takes care of him on Tatooine. Basically in the story, spoiler alerts, if you want to avoid knowing what happens in the comic book then do skip ahead. But basically in this comic, Owen Lars catches Obi-Wan and Darth Maul fighting it out, and he takes this trusty shotgun and blows Darth Maul's brains out. So not a very lasting appearance. The figure itself is very, very cool. Definitely the best Owen Lars figure to date. It is based mostly off of Owen Lars's likeness from the original trilogy. I think it is anyway. Yeah, it's a much older sort of head sculpt, rather than the likeness of the actor Joel Edgerton, who played Owen Lars in the prequels. This is actually much more reminiscent of Phil Brown, who played Owen Lars in A New Hope. So in terms of accessories, this figure comes with some pretty cool ones. First up, of course, you get the shotgun, the famous shotgun that Darth Maul meets his end at the barrel of. And you've also got a soft goods robe as well, which is really, really well made. It's not the same type of material that we get with Jedi robes, it's a little bit different, and hopefully you're picking up some of that texture on the cam. The robe can of course be removed. It's not too oversized, so it doesn't stand out too much. And underneath the robes, of course, you do have some really nice sculpted detail on Owen's costume. So again, I'm going to do a quick zoom in on this guy to give you a good look at him in HD. Very, very cool figure. Some really nice detail on the weapon as well. Definitely reminds me of the weapon that Zuckuss uses. And this is a little bit strange for me to say, but I don't know if any of you guys out there watch Desperate Housewives, but you may think that this guy looks a little bit like one of the villains from that show, Paul Young. Let me know if it's just me, but I think it looks a little bit like Paul Young from Desperate Housewives. So there we go, that's Owen Lars. And in terms of articulation, Owen has a ball-jointed neck, hinged shoulders, elbows and swivel wrists. He has a swivel waist, swivel hips, ball-hinged knees and no articulation in the ankles, which is unfortunate. Then again, all the articulation was definitely poured into Darth Maul. So speaking of Darth Maul, here he is alongside the man that kills him in the comic. Definitely a pair of great figures, and definitely a couple that I would highly recommend picking up if you find them at the right price. Recently on Boring Conversation anyway, Nabil6901 was saying how he saw this one I think he said in a comic book shop or in a convention that he saw, and someone was selling this comic pack for $100, which is just ridiculous. It's definitely not worth all that kind of money, but it's certainly worth it if you can pick it up at a good price. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at Darth Maul and Owen Lars from the Visionaries comic pack. Again, this one was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, so it's going to be quite difficult to track down, so your best bet is probably eBay. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will be back with many more very soon. We'll be taking a look at some more recent products in my next few reviews, so stay tuned for all of those. And until next time, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you. Phone call.